the short-lived buyer's market in the Greater Toronto area coming to an end? Hello, my brilliant home buyers and sellers. This is Faryal, your real estate agent. In today's video, we are going to talk about the Greater Toronto area market update. We're also going to touch on all the craziness that you keep seeing in the market when it comes to bidding wars, multiple offers, that's doing nothing but creating panic. And I want to show you on the back end what's really happening and give you some tips that I think might help you in how to navigate this market. And number three, we're going to talk about the numbers for the month of January. So let's first start with the numbers. We saw that the sales went up by 37% year over year, which is a big jump, but also month over month we saw that it went up by 22.6%. so there was tons of activity in the month of January, especially after Bank of Canada decides to pause its interest rate. This is second time in a row. In December, it didn't create a lot of activity. That's mainly because of the holiday season. Usually people tend to take a seat back and relax and enjoy their holidays. Totally makes sense. So pent-up demand from the month of December, and now in January, another pause definitely brought a lot of buyers into the market, and they decided to move forward with their plans. New listings were also up by 6.1%. However, comparing it to the number of sales that went up, this was a very moderate increase. This indicates tighter market conditions. Putting all this in simple words for you guys out there, we have sales that are really high, then we have new listings that are not increasing at the same pace, which is definitely going to put a upward pressure on prices. We will see that prices will more likely to go higher in the near future, something I have been talking about a lot in my market update videos. And the window for a lot of you buyers out there is becoming smaller and smaller to be able to get those homes under the market value. Very soon we are going to see that things will start heating up more. Average days on the market to sell your property remains pretty much the same. It's still around a month, just over a month, about 32 days to sell your home. And months of inventory, sad news, still indicating us that we are in a seller's market right now. All over in Greater Toronto area, we have about 2.4 months of inventory. Someone who doesn't know what that means, it means if today all the new listings stop coming, whatever is on the market, it will take us about just over 2 months to sell all the homes. So not much that's available to us. That story remains pretty much the same. Average prices fell down by 1% year over year. Month over month, they actually fell down by 5.34%. And that's also because buyers are still being pretty cautious. Interest rates are still pretty high, even though slowly we will start seeing more interest rates going down. However, for now it's still pretty high. Just to give you an example, one of my recent buyer, just in January, they bought a new home. Congratulations to them. However, when we were putting an offer, we had 4 offers on the table. Our offer was actually the highest, and the home ended up selling below the market value. Just to show you that we are not there yet. Houses are not selling over the asking. They're still selling under the asking. And even though if you have multiple offers, that not necessarily indicates that. Still a lot of uncertainty out there in the market, right? Wouldn't you agree? We still see in the news right now, I saw that the unemployment rate is going downwards, even though it was predicted that the unemployment rate will go towards 5.8%. In order for us to stabilize the market and bring down the inflation, and unemployment rate has to go up. Take a look at Statistics Canada website to really show you what's happening.
So we have the Statistics Canada website in front of us, which talks about labor force survey January 2024. According to that, it highlights employment increased by 37,000 in January, following 3 months of little change. The employment rate fell 0.1 percentage points. It also talks about the unemployment rate fell 0.1% points to 5.7, the first decline since December 2022. The only reason what I'm mentioning is that this can have an effect on our interest rates, because strong labor force means that there will be more demand for the housing, and that can lead towards another crazy market that we faced back until 2022, beginning of 2022, right? And that's what we don't want. It's something I will keep a close eye on.
Now let's talk about all the craziness. You probably are seeing all these articles such as these on the news everywhere you look.
This one article, I know this one caught a lot of attention. A Mississauga house sells for just under $1 million after 85 offers. So it talks about a 3-bedroom house in Mississauga sold just under $1 million on Monday after receiving 85 offers on it. Then we have another article posted over here by Stories that talks about Toronto listings are racking up multiple offers and there's more heat on the horizon. So you will be seeing these kind of articles. I just want you to be aware that this is going to get more and more common as we move towards the heated market. Of course, the idea over here is to sell, right? The stories, the news, they are clickbait. They want you to click on these articles and see. And I know a lot of you can stress up and can think that I don't have a chance in this market. And I know it's very, very easy to go that way. Also, I personally would never put a house on the market 300,000 or 200,000 below the market value. I think this is very misleading, a way of pricing strategy. I mean, in the end, people can do whatever they want to. I usually don't recommend that to my sellers or my clients, because at the end of the day, you're wasting people's time. You're wasting your seller's time and you're wasting your buyer's time, bringing in the buyers to create an environment where most of the buyers cannot even afford that home. So why even bring them in, right? That's just the way I look at it. I know there's people out there who look at things differently, but just be mentally prepared that you will keep seeing these articles more and more.
So before you panic as a home buyer, let me really show you what's happening right now. First of all, when you are looking at homes that are listed way below the market value and with an offer date, that is usually a sign that the sellers and their real estate agent are trying to create a situation of multiple offers and bidding wars to attract as many buyers as possible into the home. This is just one of the pricing strategies, very common, that is used out there. For as a home buyer, you need to understand that towards more heated market, you will come across these homes more and more and more, where you'll see homes listed, detached homes, 4-bedroom detached homes listed for $699. It is too good to be true. When you see a home that is listed that low and you know it's too good to be true, in my opinion, 99% of the time, it is too good to be true. So how do you know what is the actual value of the home? Well, this is where you call your real estate agent or give me a call and I'm more than happy to help you with that. What we can do is look at the comparables and see what has been selling in that neighborhood. So just one of the advice I will give you as a home buyer, when you look at these homes and you are thinking that this is not the price what they are asking, then you call your real estate agent, ask them what is going to be this home likely going to sell for, right? Take a look at the statistics, what's happening in their neighborhood before you put an offer. Because when you put an offer hoping that seller will magically just accept your lower offer or whatever they're asking for on paper, is being very naive, and all you're doing is driving up the prices, driving up the panic among all the buyers out there, and you're going to create this frenzy market where people start feeling that they're missing out, that fear of missing out, right? And this is only going to create panic. So my advice to all home buyers out there, please, before you put an offer on a home, do your due diligence. Look at the numbers. Numbers have to make sense. And if numbers are indicating that the home is not within your budget and this is not what it's going to likely sell for, then I would suggest to move on and focus on the home that is going to be within your budget. That way you're not facing disappointment, frustration, and creating panic, not only for yourself, but all the buyers out there in the market. And I have mentioned this many times in my previous market updates as well, that we are going to head towards this market. So if you're a home buyer, that window is closing. We probably have another week or two. I would say until March 6th, that's when the next Bank of Canada announcement will be. And the prediction is that we might see a small cut of 0.25% in the interest rates. We don't know that yet. That's just a prediction. Who knows what's really going to happen? But if that happens, we are going to see a very heated spring market. So if you are someone who's ready, first of all, if you're ready. If you're not ready, I'm not forcing or pushing anyone or giving anyone advice to do something they're not comfortable with. Only if you are ready to make that move, do it now. Also, if you're a home seller who's thinking of moving up, meaning looking to buy a bigger home, yeah, I agree that you might not get a higher price for on the selling side of the things, but you will also save a lot of money on the buyer side of the things. And I know when I posted this on my market update video, a lot of people called me out and said, I'm just a real estate agent trying to push people and manipulate people into buying something. I wish I had that power. I don't think I have that, because if I did, I will be millionaire by now. I'm not here to push anyone, okay? I'm just telling you the facts by looking at the numbers and seeing the history of what is being happening, and we're already seeing that. Now, based on the trend real estate market report of January, I want to show you what's really happening when it comes to sale price versus list price, which means what homes are really selling for.
So in front of me is TREB January market report. By the way, guys, this is public knowledge. You can easily go to Google, type in TREB market report, and it will you will have access to it. You can take a look at it for yourself. But I want to come here quickly show you the average sale price to list price. This basically shows you what's the percentage of the asking price that homes are selling for. Most of the regions are still selling below the 100% of the asking price. So, I mean, we're slowly going towards that. Certain areas we are seeing in West Toronto, 100%. There are certain areas like Ajax of the asking price, 100% of the asking price, right? So just to give you an idea, we're not there yet, but we are definitely heading towards that.
Quick review of important economic factors, something that you need to keep an eye on. Number one is unemployment rate. The prediction was that it will be going up to 5.8%. We need for unemployment rate to go even higher in order for us to move towards inflation that will be more under control, the goal of 2%, and then interest rates will of course be a reflection of that. However, that's not where we are going right now, so I will keep a very close eye on that. Number two is inflation rate, right? We saw that there was an increase in December of 3.4%. The next prediction is that it will fall to 3.2%. I feel like from past year or so, we are kind of hovering between those two numbers. I don't know exactly what's going to happen. I hope we hit the number of 3.2 and in future we go further down so our interest rates can come down. Our next announcement for the interest rates is March 6th. Keep a close eye on that as well. And number four is the immigration numbers. For this year, the target is 485,000 permanent residents will be moving into Canada. Of course, that will put more and more pressure on our housing. Rents on the fourth quarter, we saw that actually went down comparing to the third quarter of 2023. So I will keep a close eye on that as well because rents play a big role in our inflation as well. So these are some of the things that I will keep a close eye on to really see where are we heading right now. I always say that if you are a buyer, do not panic. Do not think that you're missing out. There is a home for you. You'll find it. Stay within your budget. Stay within your limits. You don't want to be a house poor as well. So don't end up getting into the market just because you think you would not have a home in the future. Okay, so that's the only advice I will give. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. I'm always curious to know and want to hear what you think about what's happening in the market. Share it with your friends, family, co-workers who find value in this as well. Until next time, this is Faryal signing out.